Hello, welcome back to another process video. Today I'm working on another 6x8 pocket page layout with photos from my trip to New York. That was December 2017. So yes, I'm getting to these photos very quickly. That's kind of my goal in the new year, is to not let these sit for a year, which is generally how things go for me. So with pocket pages, the theory is it should be able to go faster. So we're going to see if that theory actually works with practical application. So here are my photos for this particular layout, and you will notice there's a very green theme here. Green is generally not a color I use a lot of in trip albums for some reason, unless it's like really outdoorsy. These are definitely not. These are city, but you know, look at the plane. All the seats were green. You can see the back of a seat here. You can see a little bit of green here on the pocket that was on the seat back in front of me. So I found this card thinking this is the one I'm going to use, and I'm just going to journal a little bit about, being excited to go and plans and reading my book on the plane or whatever it is that I decide to write there. But this is what I have to work with. I'm a little nervous about finding stuff that's going to go with this, labels or stamps or things, because of that green factor. So I think I'm going to try to focus on black, white, maybe a little yellow since I have that here. However, the yellow and green combo is like a little too Green Bay Packer for me. So I don't know. This one might be a challenge. So I'm going to look through my stash and see what happens. I found a couple of things that I think might work. I pulled out this sheet of phrase stickers, and one of the things on here says reading. And you can see my book in this photo here. I pulled it out right after that and started reading. I basically read the entire time I was on the plane. So I may see if I can figure out a way to use that. Also in this pack, upside down. These are from Pretty Little Studio on the go. I found this sticker that says "Flying the Friendly Skies." And I think, didn't that used to be the motto for United? I was definitely not flying United. I don't care for them. But I like the phrase anyway, and it's yellow, or at least kind of goldish yellow. So I'm wondering if maybe I should put that down here or here. I don't know, because here I've landed already. I'm at JFK, or maybe at the bottom of the journaling card. Not sure, but I want to see if I can use it. And then I found this little wood veneer that says, "Let's go." And that's pretty much how I felt. It always seems like the boarding process takes so long. You're waiting for people to get seated, and then you're waiting for the flight attendants to come around and close the bins and all that stuff. And so I was really impatient. I just wanted to get going. So I thought that would be fitting to use it here. Let's go. I did also find this chipboard. That's just the stuff on the back so it doesn't stick everywhere. I found this, which at first I was excited about because it's gray. And that would kind of match. The backs of these seats look gray, but it's way too big. I don't even know how that would work. It's not going to fit. So that guy's out. Sorry. That's all I have so far. So I'm trying to figure out, is there anything else I can use here? And then I know I have a stamp set that says departure and arrival. So I might put a label here and then stamp arrival, just because this is a lot of dead space in this black area. So I could do something with it. So that's my thought process at this point, and we'll go from there. Since I know for sure that I want to use this wood veneer and where it's going to go, I'm going to put that on first. So I'm using my mono liquid glue here, multi-purpose. And I'm just going to put some on the back here. This stuff dries pretty quickly, so it won't take that long. And then it's kind of nice that there's just some dead space here at the ceiling of the plane so that I can fit this right in there. All right, so I'm going to just set that aside while it dries and then work on the rest of these. So next up, I had that sticker that said, "Fly the Friendly Skies." There's the opening here. So now I just have to figure out where exactly to put it. And I think putting it here might be too much. There is some dead space down here, but I think that's too much yellow too close together. So it's either got to be here at the bottom, I think, or here. I kind of don't like that because, again, I had already landed. No, I'm not going to do that. Nope. These aren't choices. So it's this or this. So either this here or there. Let's see how this would look together, actually. Let's maneuver these. Sometimes I need to do this. Any of you that are pocket page scrappers, do you do this? Where you kind of use this as a moving palette to see how things are going to look together? Because like I wouldn't want to put these two next to each other. It's way too much green. This is a little more subtle because there's only this right here. So if I do that and put the yellow here, I've got yellow next to yellow. I'm not sure how I feel about that. This is the stuff that drives me insane about scrapbooking. I'm probably way too picky, but I'll have to mess with this some more to see the kind of configuration I want of the photos, and that'll help me figure out where this is going to go. After messing around with this some more, I've decided that this is my configuration for this page. So, given that, I definitely don't want to put that yellow here. It's too much next to this, but I am going to put it here to help fill this space. Now, I still may put a label with some stamping or something up here, but for now, I'm going to do this one. And now I have to figure out, do I want it on the left side or the right side? If I want to do a label here coming this way, then I would do it on the left. Or, ooh, maybe I should do it here to fill up this dead space with just my tray table and a Kleenex. So if I do it here, I could do one on the left here. Ooh, I like that option. Let's go with that. So I'm going to take this and put this on the right side. See, sometimes I just need to talk it through. My kids make fun of me sometimes because they're like, Mom, when you scrapbook, do you realize that you talk to yourself? And I'm like, yep. Sometimes I need to say things out loud to work through them to make sure it's going to work. Doesn't matter if anybody's there or not. It just helps. The process of saying it out loud helps. So if you do that too, you're with me. Solidarity. All right, so there, I like that. So now I just have to figure out what to do up here, because with these two things, I feel like it's kind of heavy on the left side. So I do need something to balance that out a little bit. So I'll figure out something for up here. I decided to go through my big stash of labels here. Look how many are in there. Plus I have stamps to make my own if I don't have the color that I want. So I decided to go through all of those, and you may notice, let me scooch this over a little bit here. You may notice that there are some of these black edged clear ones. These are so old. I think these are actually from, or might be from, Little Yellow Bicycle. Does anybody remember them? They had a whole line of stuff for a while that was this clear acetate that you could write on. It was like their thing for a while. And I think I've had them the whole time. I'm almost positive. So I found one that I kind of like. And I thought, well, you know, could I use that here? So I'm thinking it's kind of cool that you can see through it, you know, at least a little bit. It would take up some of that space and give some visual interest because it's such a bold black line there. And then maybe I could put reading on top of it rather than stamp or write directly on it. And I'll just cut off the edge. Otherwise, this is kind of ginormous. It's just too big, I think, otherwise. So I'm going to try that. If I don't like it, oh well, then I'll start over and find something else. So here's how it looks once I put the sticker on and cut off the edge, and I really like it. So I am going to adhere that. So because it's clear, I'm really not going to do anything else to it other than put the staple in to hold it down. So I just need to make sure I've got it in the right position. There we go. All right, and that will hold it in place enough. This doesn't bother me if that is sticking up like that. It's going to be inside the pocket, so nothing will happen to it. So there's that, and then I will journal about how I pretty much used the entire flight for reading time to start that book that's there. And then I also have this little piece left over. That's the piece I cut off. I could use that for something else. That's pretty sizable. So that's going to go back into here with all the other ones, and hopefully will get used at some point. All right, so on this one, oh, you know what? I think I want to do a little outlining right here just a little bit to bring in that black, especially since I decided to use that label. So I'm going to take out my pens here. I'm going to go fairly thin, so I'm going to use the 01. And I'm just going to do a little bit around the border. Yep, just like that. There. I definitely think that helps with bringing in those black elements. All right, so everything should be dry now. Let's put it all in the page protector. Let's see how it looks. I think it's going to be good. And I like that I ended up with that wood veneer because it's not exactly yellow. So I don't have that problem, but it kind of matches this brown here and brings in just another little element of color to break up all of that green. That's a lot of green. All right, so that's how it's going to look, at least until my journaling is there. And I am satisfied with that. So I'm going to count this one as done. So I will do a quick close-up. Here you go. So you can see that wood veneer, the label with the sticker. If my camera would focus, that'd be lovely. There we go. Landing at JFK with my sticker down here, and then that's where my journaling will go. So I hope you enjoyed watching me put this one together. Pretty easy process for this one. Thanks for watching.